What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today, and we are in Madden 21 franchise. This is a rebuild, of course. You can tell by the many things showing up on your screen. And today we're going to be doing a fantasy rebuild of the Washington football team. And I was like, wait, are we doing a fantasy? Because I'm pretty sure we did a realistic already. So we're going to do a fantasy style, but I'm going to try to make the fantasy style not super fantasy. Like, I don't want the trades to be super unrealistic. But the fantasy is going to be more of no player is necessarily safe. So if we see an opening for, I don't know, Julio Jones or something, Hopkins, I guess, maybe we'll make the trade. We'll give him fair compensation, but no player is safe. So I don't know. It's going to be kind of a realistic, kind of not. I don't know. We'll see. But of course, Washington football team, interesting team to say the least, as they have a decent chance of winning the damn division here. Also, if you've been enjoying the content, all this franchise, and we're probably going to be doing more rebuilds this month, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new, follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Brandon Sheriff, we're going to give him a 5-year deal. Before, it's kind of like, oh, what do you do? But now that they gave him Superstar, it's a clear-cut, obvious situation. Ronald Darby, a guy that actually kind of got a little bit of redemption. Going to give him a 4-year deal. Chase Roulier, that's going to be a 4-year deal as well. That's a really favorable contract for us. I'll give him a 4-year. Maybe should have even given him a 5-year. The way Star Pluses regress, which is pretty damn well. They actually regress, not too bad, not too rough. As far as everyone else goes, I think Hopkins will probably get the deal, but we'll wait to see how he actually plays. Reuben Foster, it might be time to go. Injury prone. We don't know. He's literally like a ticking time bomb. He's the guy with the bomb nothing. I don't know if we'll give him his contract. Fabian Moreau, I actually kind of like Fabian Moreau. I've always liked him. I'm gonna give him a 2-year deal. Welcome back to the team. Thomas Davis will retire, unfortunately. Kerrigan will be like 12 overall. And that's pretty much that. This was supposed to be a Jets rebuild Saturday, but that video corrupt, so I'm so happy that 4.5 hours of work is completely gone. And I have a thumbnail I can't use. Of course, this is what the roster actually looks like. We bumped Terry McLaurin, even though I'm pretty sure he actually is Superstar, because I was looking to make a thumbnail for the video that came out yesterday, and I seen that off the exhibition practice, unless I was using some wrong roster, McLaurin was Superstar, and Jonathan Allen was Superstar. Of course, I don't know if Gibson's star or not, but he should be. If Cam Akers started with star, Gibson, James Robinson, all the guys that are actually playing really well should have their devs bumped. Of course, Gibson should easily be star. As far as what the team needs, O-line, tight end. I don't know if Sims is still star in the game, but they leave a lot of guys like these stars. So, I mean, he's still young, so I guess maybe give him the rest of this year, and then if he sucks, then give him, normal EA. Looking at the defensive side of things, like I said, linebacker it's a problem. Landon Collins, I believe, is injured. Same with, once again, Reuben Foster. As far as D-line goes, Matthew Ioannidis is injured. And honestly, one of these guys needs to go. And it might be Matthew Ioannidis. I was looking at Daron Payne as the guy, but he's actually still playing. And he is younger, so I really don't know what to do. If I want to get rid of him, it just doesn't, I don't know. It just seems like Ioannidis is almost the odd man out, even though I think he's better than Payne. So we'll see, but obviously this defense, when you think of Washington football team, you think of filthy racist. You definitely think of defense, in my opinion, so obviously a lot of great pieces there already, so not much to fix on that side, but offense, whew, don't get me started. But let us begin. All right, please lose, please lose, please lose. It's like the NFC least, it's like, which team really should want to win? Like, none of them, right? Like, we missed the playoffs at 5-11. Okay, so the Cowboys turned it around. Thank you, Dallas, because, well, I mean, it doesn't really matter. We lost anyways, but so you see the win against the Cowboys in real life was accounted for, and then a loss to the Steelers, win against the Niners makes sense. I mean, this is a very realistic rendition of what could happen. I think Washington is playing like one of the better teams in that division, not that it's saying much. They could easily lose to the Steelers. The Steelers did not look great against Baltimore. I know they're dealing with their own injuries or whatnot, and COVID list for a few players, but I mean, they look pretty bad against Baltimore. Washington could get the upset. As far as the Niners are really injury prone. I still think the Niners probably do win that. Seahawks definitely win. Panthers, once again, a little bit of a toss-up. And then Eagles, they probably end up winning that. So maybe 2 more wins in the Washington calendar, but they could surprise teams and actually win more than that. So I really can't tell. This is what the season looked like, though. I mean, let's just not talk about it. Gibson, not bad at all. Terry McLaurin, pretty damn solid. There's lots lacking. I mean, the season wasn't super great. Let's just put it that way. Looking at the sack totals, Montez with 10.5, Chase Young with 8, Kerrigan 7.5, Fuller with 4 picks, Curl with 3, Moreau with 2. And thankfully we didn't pay Hopkins because, oh my lord, that was terrible. Apparently the NFL is predicting Kyler Murray to be the MVP. Could happen. Mahomes right behind. Could happen. Josh Allen. Could happen. Russell Wilson, he's been sliding a bit. I think he might have ruined his little chance there. Maybe, though. Rodgers, maybe. Watson, definitely a maybe. Herbert, I think probably not. But yeah, I mean, so far I can agree with pretty much everyone. Maybe Allen, probably not anymore. Russell, I wouldn't say definitely not, but very unlikely to. Everyone else kind of makes sense. Forgot the rest of the awards there. I was like, hello? Looking at the award wins. Any, maybe Rookie of the Year? We did, but with the wrong player. Cameron Curl. Interesting. Hey, I mean, I'll take it. If he goes up in dev, I will take anyone that goes up in dev, unless they're over the age of 26. I don't really care. Take whatever. I'll take any dev up. Go to the Super Bowl, but okay, that's just not going to happen. Chiefs versus the Bears in the Super Bowl, and the Chiefs win by 3. Likely. The Bears' offense will not score 42 ever, let alone against the Chiefs. I guess the Chiefs' defense isn't great, but you never know. Cameron Curl, so we get like no dev ups at all, huh? I mean, we didn't have a great season by any means, but it would have been nice to at least see Cameron Curl, the defensive rookie of the year, go up in dev. And I don't care. People are going to cry anyways, no matter what I do. So I'm going to bump him up to star. Everyone's going to be like, but you didn't bump up this guy to star. I do not care. Is it the, I don't know, like 62 overall defensive player for the Ravens rebuild? I didn't think so. So suck it, you know? Like, come on. If you like that attitude, leave a like and subscribe. They're like, yeah, we're all on board. Oh, and then he ruins it. Danny Johnson, Josh Harvey Clemens. Sounds like a Batman character. Yikes. I don't like anything here. Well, best of luck to y'all. Hopefully you guys find a team that loves you, because I will no longer love you. Free agency, $60 million, huh? We definitely need to be careful with this money. Washington, I'm trying to think, is that like a place people would want to go? I don't know if they would want to go, but would they? Like, there's a difference between want to and would you, you know? So it's just all the F1, marry one, kill one questions. Landon Collins back at the free safety position in a moment. Or, well, maybe not back at. Probably put Cameron Curl there. So linebackers, we literally need everything. Ioannidis, I don't know what that cap number is like. Let's see. Okay, I mean, fair enough. We can actually trade Ioannidis for a pretty good pick. I mean, I'm not saying it's Buckner value, but late first, I would say easily, right? Especially in a league where stopping the run, I know pass-heavy offenses are what's, killing the league right now, but if you can stop the run, you don't have to worry about the run. Stopping the pass obviously becomes way easier. Todd Gurley, that's an interesting name. I don't want to refer to the Jets rebuild too much just because we're going to have to redo that at some point, but we did have Todd Gurley in that one. He was a star only, though. I don't think Washington would go for Todd. I think they've got Gibson. I think they're set there. Desmond King would be a perfect combo with Fuller, but I don't think we need him. I'd rather save money there. Gronk, I mean, it kind of makes sense. Like, if there's no one else at tight end, I think we might make the play. Yannick Ngakoue, obviously not. There's just no point there. I'm not really liking what I'm seeing here, though. This is a pretty weak free agency class, which kind of values up Matthew Ioannidis, I suppose. Are we on for some contracts? We got Matt Breida as a backup. We got Gerald Everett as our starting tight end. We might have overpaid for him, I'm not going to lie. I think it was like a 4-year, 20-something million. I think what was it, actually? I don't know, 26, 28, something like that. May have overpaid for him, but I mean, I suppose we have a starting tight end that's decently good. Hassan Reddick is going to be playing coverage for us, kind of a run-stopper type more. I know he's more of a pass rusher, but not by much. We're going to give him a go at coverage because we're that desperate. We have a new kicker in Joey Sly. We have a new DT backup in Lowry to replace Matthew Ioannidis, basically. Sutton as a backup corner, and then Lewis as the number 3 corner. So this is one of the costliest trade-ups potentially ever. We trade from number 3 to number 2 to the Jaguars. We know that they're kind of tinkering on grabbing a quarterback or not. Gardner Minshew, starting caliber enough. I don't know if they're willing to, I mean, they're obviously willing to stick with him because we gave him this trade, but we give them our first round next year. Now, even with Fields, we're still likely going to be a top 10 pick, which is absolutely crazy. From 3 to 2, we probably could have done a second round pick, but because the team at 2 actually debatably needs a quarterback, we were pretty much forced. I mean, if we want a quarterback, we literally have to do what we had to do there, simply put. Of course, we will be able to recoup some of that with Matthew Ioannidis, so not the worst thing in the world. And we do that with the Jets. We get pick 30 off them. We give them Matthew Ioannidis and McKissick. Jets love their defense. It was painful, but it was a necessary pain. We got it done. We do not get Anzalone, or Anal Zone as most of us call him. Taco Charlton, backup pass rusher, and then Morrow, potentially starting coverage linebacker unless we find someone. 5th-year option, Daron Payne. Yes, I have long-term plans on him, because if we don't, that's a bit of a yikes trading Matthew Ioannidis, so no to the 5th year, but we will look to re-sign him. Cameron Robinson, well, it's Cam Robinson, on a 5-year, $32 million deal, so, I mean, we filled a little bit of holes on the team, and obviously we have a quarterback incoming, hopefully. All right, pick number 1, the New York Jets take Trevor Lawrence as expected. Now, of course, with Washington on the clock, there's no other choice but Justin Fields, 77 overall, head and development trades, fast as can be. Of course, most likely lesser on the dev, but clearly worth it regardless. And now for our next trick. Look at the Jaguars. I know they probably wanted a quarterback, but they couldn't pass up the trade. It was too good. They still get a really good player out of it. Some really solid players. The Lions get Sewell at 7. That would be a steal. I don't know. I think we're going to move to like 18 or 19, and then maybe trade up for Dylan Moses if he's there, which he could be gone any moment. Normally I see him go way higher, but yeah, there he goes. Of course, Baltimore. It's always Baltimore with these damn middle linebackers, I swear. Like, you have a guy like Sean Wade there and like Freiermuth, but like, it's just not, I don't know, dude. Rondale Moore. There's some really good players here, actually. Oh, Lord. I'm just going to keep going down. I know a lot of our players will go. Freiermuth is gone. Sean Wade is gone. Pitts is gone. A lot of the good players are gone. I didn't have this right outside linebacker on the list before, but I might take him. I think we're going to trade up to Jacksonville again. This time, obviously, we're not as desperate, so we're gonna give ourselves fair value. I was going to give Jacksonville 99 instead of 131, but they actually like Sean Dion Hamilton. I can see why. He's obviously young. So we give 30 Sean Dion Hamilton in a 5th round for 23. Which, of course, with this pick, I believe... I mean, to be fair, the thing is, do we see Sims as the number 2? Because Rondale Moore, I wasn't planning on going for him, but Rondale Moore being there is... definitely. I'm going to take a look at how many linebackers we need. We need maybe 2, because Hassan's got to start. We paid him like a 4-year, $20-something million deal. We have to start him. I don't know. Maybe we're going to go Rondale. Then we're going to go Rondale. Screw it. I think we need Rondale more. more. Of course, he is on the smaller side, so, you know, the receiving talent here isn't huge, but we'll take him. Rondale Moore, 75 overall, hidden. Very fast. Who doesn't need a burner? And hell, who knows what's going to be there in the 2nd round? Maybe the guys are still there somehow. I don't know. And he is. Okay, I think we're going to take him, right? I mean, we do have a guy like... Let's take a look at the line again as well. So we have 3 linemen. We need 2 to replace. I mean, that's not terrible. The draft's going pretty well for us. Here he is, Jeremiah Owusu Koramoah. I don't know, dude. I'm sorry. We're going to take him and hope for the best. And the best we get, 73 overall, super fast. I mean, I didn't even have him on my list at first. And I was like, wait, pass coverage? I was like, hello? I've seen him so many times, too. And I still just passed on him all these times. And now for this, obviously, we don't have the greatest amount of trading up that we could probably do without, you know, wasting pretty much all of our value. A safety wouldn't hurt either. Trey Smith is still there. I mean, apparently he's, like, over-projected here. Tyson Campbell's still there. I'm going to go to pick 20, and if these guys are still here, I need to trade up. I'm just going to be honest. Cade Mays just goes, how the hell is Trey Smith still there, though? Trey Smith, or there's Trey Smith, to the Dolphins. Dolphins are building themselves quite a bit of a line in this draft. Got to give it to them. All right, at 20, I mean, I feel like I said, we're going to trade up. Tyson Campbell's still there. Let's put him on the list. As far as linemen go, we have Mr. Marquise Haynes, late 3rd, projected mid-4th. We have late 2nd Linderbaum, who's very strong. In our Rams league, obviously, he was hidden. I don't think he was this highly projected, though, so I would assume he's got to be pretty good. I think we're going to trade up to 20. I just don't think we need a corner. As much as Tyson Campbell looks appealing, I don't think we need one. Let's go to the Bills and grab a lineman. Or do we need to trade up? Screw it, we're going to go to pick 3. We're just going to hope our guards there. Trask goes to the Jags. The Jags might have had themselves a sneaky little draft. I'm just going to be honest. Haynes is still there. We're going to take him now and hope for the best. We get hidden. 70 overall. These are the drafts you do want to draft hidden. Well, I mean, obviously you want to draft hidden every draft. But these are the drafts you want to draft linemen because obviously they're going to... Ooh, I might have taken Asante if he was there. I might even take Stokes. He looks pretty damn good. But these are the drafts you want to... We should have went for Ross there. That you want to go for linemen because obviously a lot of times these guys are going to be hidden development linemen just because, you know, people want to make classes that are fun. And in fairness, you need something to counteract how bad the classes have been for linemen. I think Stokes or Rochelle, who had the better combine? 4.46 versus 5. Oof. Late 3rd. I'm gonna go for the name I wouldn't know. I kind of know Stokes, even though his... Ooh. That's tough. This is the combine grade. It's speaking to me. 6.96. I mean, so they're very similar in like agility and excel, it seems, but speed is a big difference. I'm gonna go for the bigger guy, Rochelle, and another hidden, 72 overall hidden. I don't know what the other guy's gonna look like. We'll definitely have to take a look, but okay. I mean, I'm cool with it. I mean, obviously, I'm cool with it. Mid-4th. Ooh, moving down this far is gonna hurt us. We have too many linebackers the way it is now. I mean, if this guy's still there, I'll take him, but if he's not, it is what it is. He is still there. I think I gotta take him, right? Anthony Schwartz looks good too, but Palai Gatorade, I don't know his name, I apologize. We're gonna take him, looks decent, and ooh, normal development, 70 overall. Oh, he's good. He's pretty good. He's decent enough. Good coverage. Normal development. It's fine. And do we trade up for Mr. Zion Johnson? Last, like, decent-looking lineman we have here. Late 5th. Let's go to, like, the 10th pick in the 4th round. Trade up whatever we got to do to get this guy and then call it a draft. I like this draft class. I mean, there was a lot of hiddens. I don't know how all the other players look, but pretty fair, right? I mean, it looks pretty fair. I mean, the overalls aren't crazy high. Of course, the Falcons go for Lindstrom. But we went a little bit far here. Oh, well. It saved us. We give up 101, Settle, and 195. 195 was this year. The 4th was next year. And then Settle is obviously, he's a player. And we're going to use this to grab the lineman. I've seen this name before. I don't know if it's going to be the hidden guy as well, but it is. I've seen this guy's name before. Wasn't in this class, though. A lot of people have same hidden development players, huh? Somehow Schwartz is still here. We'll take him as a backup. 70 overall, and obviously going to be a blazer. Yeah, look how fast he is. All right, looking at the draft recap, let's take a look at who we got for... I mean, we know who we got. We just don't know what devs they are. Fields could be a star. There's been like 50-50 classes. Some classes are superstars, some are star, and... Yikes. Star development trait, but I mean, obviously we'll take it. Star development is fine. Rondale Moore, this is almost guaranteed to be star. Almost everyone ranks him as a star development player. He is star. Okay. Awosu Koromoa. I would assume another star, but you never know. I mean, all of our other guys are stars, so add them to the list. Star development. Haynes likely to be star. And then what else do we have? Star development there. Rochelle. What has he got? Star development. So, I mean, I'm just going to be honest. They're all going to be stars. Johnson's going to be star as well. And if he's not, we'll find out later because he's going to be a starter no matter what. But interesting. I mean, I'll take it. Obviously, Fields is automatically a great-looking player already. So, you know, we're in a good spot. We trade Morgan Moses over to the Bengals for a 5th-round pick, as we just do not need him with our rookie lineman class. All right, year 2, technically year 1 of the actual rebuild. This is what the roster looks like. You love to see the blue because that means you drafted well. Fields, starting quarterback, obviously. Rondale Moore at number 2. Haynes at number 1, right tackle. Johnson at number 1, left guard. Sims back in that slot role. Looking at the defensive side of things, Owusu is the new middle linebacker. Gatorade, I'm sorry once again, is right outside linebacker. What's his first name? Palai. I'm sorry, I'm probably messing that up as well. The starting right out, Hassan Reddick, the best of the 3, technically, left outside linebacker. Landon at strong, Curl at free. Fuller, Darby, Lewis, and Rochelle at the top 4 spots. And then D-line is obviously just great across the board. It's not a bad roster. If the team, if this division wants to play like they did last season, there's a pretty damn decent chance that we actually do make the playoffs ourselves this year. All right, speaking of D-lineman re-signings, Jonathan Allen looks like he's about to get paid, right? 6-year, 32 years old, 33. I mean, I suppose. 7-year, 118 for Mr. Jonathan Allen. Daron Payne isn't going to be getting that much, but we're going to give him a 6-year deal as well. Let's just put them together. They'll both be talking about, look at our 7-year deals. Might as well. Sims, we'll give him like a 4-year, I suppose. Lock him up for a while. Logan Thomas, that's going to be free agency for him. Yeah, I mean, we still have a ton of money, and we got all the guys we needed. Nice. No, sir. You couldn't get 1 tackle for loss, sack, pick, force fumble, whatever. It's you. It's you. All right, here we are, headed to the playoffs, and we miss. Now, I am very pissed. And you're like, oh, 8-8, not bad. We were 5-0. We were actually 5-0, and we finished 8-8. Somehow we lose to the Giants. We lost to the 1-5 Falcons. I didn't remember. The Niners were really bad, too. The Buccaneers weren't super great. The Cowboys were terrible. The Eagles are terrible. The Raiders were like, I don't even know, but they were like barely even. The Cowboys are like, I don't even know, 5-10 or something. I don't even know, but we don't have our own first-round pick, and we blow a 5-win, 0-loss season. I'm just so disappointed. 3,500 yards, 26 touchdowns, 14 picks. Gibson was terrible. We need a new scheme desperately. Receiving wasn't good. O-line was actually pretty solid, which, makes everything else just even hurt worse. Sack totals, Chase Young was decent. Allen was okay. Hassan shouldn't even be getting sacks. Sweat's got to do better. Pick totals, terrible. Kicking, Joey Slot. I mean, nothing on this team really went well. Other than blocking, I really don't. I don't see how we did well at all. 8-8, unbelievably bad finish. It sucks so much. I'm actually really mad. We don't win Rookie of the Year, thankfully. There, I'm so happy. We do win Defensive Rookie of the Year, thankfully, though. And as far as the other awards go, I mean, I highly doubt it. Yeah, not a chance. Well, here we are headed to the Super Bowl that we are obviously nowhere near in. So we, like I said, Jaguars won that trade. Kinda. The Rams, who have the 7th seed, I believe, or the 6th seed, have won the Super Bowl. That could have literally been us. Thank you, Washington. You choke artists. As far as dev-ups go, I mean, other than defensive ones, I didn't expect any, so nothing here surprises me at all. But, like I said, on defense, we did get 2 of them. One is Jonathan Allen, the 7-year man himself, is now an X-Factor, so perfect timing on that contract, I suppose. And then Owusu, of course, is a superstar development linebacker. That works out perfectly. And I suppose let's go on. We don't need Troy Apke. We actually have probably too many well, maybe not. We don't actually have that many safeties. Let's give him another contract. Hall, yeah, I like his potential. Obviously he's probably not going to work out for us, but it's nice to have him as a number 4 or whatever. But everyone else, I think, is going to be gone. I mean, looking at offense, we have Greg Robinson for a 5-year, kind of expensive deal, so probably not going to replace him. Everett's on a 4-year, so he has 3 more years left. Can't really replace him. Wide receivers, I think, are perfectly fine. Look at the defensive side of things. Maybe you look at a linebacker still. I mean, realistically, we have everyone in place, unless we're going to try to get better and get rid of players that are already good. Like Landon, I suppose we save $4 million. If there's a good safety here, we may actually make that play. Rochelle could end up becoming a starting corner at some point. I mean, D-line, you literally can't do anything about. You just re-sign everybody. That's about it. I suppose a new linebacker over Gateote. I don't even I'm sorry. I don't know his name. But, I mean, he looks decent, right? He just didn't really play that well. But looking at the free agency period here, there's some pretty damn good players here. I just don't think we have a spot for any of them, right? Like, we can't get a pass rusher. Orlando Brown's a bit of a lower overall in this. Now, we didn't pay Cam quite that much. Yeah, we didn't pay him that much at all. I was about to say we paid him similar to that, but we did not. I mean, I guess we'll take the best fullback in football because, I mean, I want to run the ball. It's just we haven't done well at it. A nice fullback like Patrick Richard or Ricard definitely could help that. Marquise Pouncey. I mean, I suppose we could always upgrade Roulier. You know, he didn't really get that big of a deal from us, so I suppose maybe look to replace him. Like, we could pay Orlando Brown if we wanted to, and then move our right tackle inside, which is probably more fitting. But, I mean, at the end of the day, the O-line wasn't the reason we lost. Nah, I'm not going to pay him. There's no one to pay here for us. To pay. Do we pay Fred Warner? I mean, that's a very expensive contract for a linebacker. And there's already a team on the case here. A 6-year one, nah, it's just not worth that kind of money. But Leighton Vander Esch, on the other hand, I think we could make a play for. It's like half the price, basically. Not even basically. It might be literally half the price or even less. All right, we see a bunch of signings. Josh Rosen, the backup. A guard, Ben Brown, the backup. Jojon Williams, maybe put him at free safety. Of course, Leighton Vander Esch declines. Patrick Richard is the new starting fullback. Noah Gray, backup tight end. And then Leon O'Neal Jr. with the backup safety spot. We offered like a plus 15-point offer, pretty much, maybe 20, over the other guy for Leighton Vander Esch. Didn't work out. Gotta love it. I don't know why I do this, but actually hit the mic again. Porter, our class wasn't very good anyways. We had 4 rookies. Porter was one of them. He's good. It's just normal development. He looked like a clear cut, like 4.4, 940. Disappointed, but I mean, I'll still start him. Del Hill was like a 5th rounder, a 6th rounder. He was meh. This guy was a 7th rounder, and then this guy was a trade up to the mid-2nd round. So a bit of a yikes trade or draft. We ended up getting rid of Hulk Hogan. Cole Holcomb on top of it, but obviously this is pretty much, the team really hasn't changed. Long story short, I don't even know how far back the mic was muted, but no Leighton Vander Esch either. We'll show you the roster in a moment, so nothing really missed. This wasn't like an insane draft that I was like hooping and hollering over. There was nothing really to note. All right, so we have some re-signings. Obviously, Terry McLaurin is on our list of players we're going to re-sign. This is one of the biggest contracts I've ever seen a wide receiver sign. 7-year was a 143. Montez Sweat, I don't want to lock him up forever, so we're going to give him a 5-year, which is still really, really long. That's what she said. And the other guys probably get let go. Sorry, Dwayne. All right, it's another close call near the end of the season, and we'll find out if we're in. We are, once again, not in. This time, at least, it wasn't like a huge, great start. It was kind of just a bad season throughout. You know, we went 1-3, then we went 2-3, 2-4, then we won 2. It's 4-4, 4-6, 6-6, 6-7, 7-7, 8-7, and then we lost. So, I mean, we're kind of getting better, I suppose. The division's still kind of sucky, so, I mean, I guess can't really ask for much there. Justin Fields has really not played well, either as Gibson, really. Maybe it is time to move on from him. Receiving, Sims was the best of the 3. I'm not really sure how. Rondale Moore was in, like, the majority of the slots. Didn't really get, I mean, he had a decent season, in fairness. O-line was okay as far as, you know, Sims standards go. Chase Young was pretty good. Glad we repaid, Sweat to be as bad as he was. Picks. Rochelle was, like, the 4th corner, so I'm not really sure how that works. Sly was really the only shining part of the team. My favorite. As far as MVP goes, Mr. Trey Lance. Nice. Glad we didn't go for Trey Lance. That's awesome. Porter was the defensive rookie of the year, so I guess there's another shining moment of the team. And that's literally it. Another failed season down the books. However, I feel like we're getting closer. Like, we must be. If not, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, hey, I'm just saying. Looking at the season results, the Seahawks win the Super Bowl. We are an 88 overall roster. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Rondale Moore getting better, 88 overall now. Did he get a speed upgrade? I don't feel like he started at 98. Maybe he did. I don't know. But Gibson's an 82, and he's now 25. So that's kind of like that, I don't know, kind of situation. O-line's slightly getting better, I guess. The two rookies, once upon a time rookies at least. As far as dev-ups go, we didn't get a single one on defense, I think, for the second straight year. This is year 3, right? Was Jonathan Allen last year? I don't remember. No, it can't be second straight year because, yeah. Or no, it could have been. No, it couldn't have. I don't know, dude. Whatever, but the dev-ups sucked. Okay, long story short, they sucked. Can we get rid of Darby? I know we signed him to like a 4-year deal, but damn it. What are we doing? I think it's time to move Rochelle up. I mean, he played the best out of all the backup type of players, so Rochelle moves up, Lewis to 4, Darby at 3, I think, is the fairest of routes. As far as offense goes, maybe look at running back, maybe look at left tackle. I don't know. Cameron Robinson's not the... Okay, it's like a big loss, actually. We do need a lineman, though, because Chase Roulier, I believe, is done after this season. So we need a center at minimum. Looking at other players, like I said, running back is definitely on the list. Tight end is on the list. I don't know what Everett's money is like. We signed a lot of guys to like 4-year deals, so probably screwed there. Yeah, I mean, we could still take the hit if we have to. $4 million hit isn't terrible, or they just sit back up, you know. But yeah, linebacker perhaps, because Reddick just isn't going to develop. What's his? No, he's not a captain. That's a big hit, in fairness. Porter, obviously, he'll be a long-term starter on this team. I can just feel it. Defensive Rookie of the Year obviously helps as well. So safety as well, because Landon Collins could be gotten rid of for a huge savings, and we can obviously get an upgrade. So we should be kind of set. We already know that we don't want to re-sign anyone. It's the first time we've ever not went in there, though. 16 mil. That's it. Hello. Who is costing all of the money? Landon is a big part of it, in fairness. Is there anyone that we don't care about? In fairness, we actually signed a lot of the contracts that are really expensive on the team. Why are we so broke? Does it really just add up that much? I guess it is the D-line. That D-line's making a lot of money, man. Yeah, it's time to get rid of Landon Collins, I think. I don't know if there's a safety to replace him, though. As far as first things that I notice is Kareem Hunt's in free agency. You know, not really liking what Gibson has been doing lately. Also see Ronald Jones in there. Haven't really given him a try in Sims, so we'll see. James Robinson, apparently they moved on from him, so no one's really safe, per se. Unfortunately, there's no one really to replace Mr. Landon Collins. Juan Thornhill, maybe. Could go Jalen Thompson. I mean, there's some things here. I don't really know, though. I think maybe we'll go for a running back, and outside of that, I don't think we're going to spend too much more. As you would expect, Jalen Thompson does reject, but we do get Ronald Jones and Miles Brown. Miles Brown's a backup. We will end up trading Gibson off for like a 3rd round at best. To be fair, we'll get a 2nd round. We'll give him a 4th round pick, Gibson, for pick 50 from the Bears. They lost David Montgomery. They need a new running back. There you go. Oh, this was a decent signing, actually. We got a star development left tackle on a long-term deal. Not that expensive either. Like, we actually, I mean, I would love to get rid of Cam Robinson, but I can't. Can I get rid of... Well, this guy definitely can't play inside. Can we move some players around, like Zion to center? Zion to center and then Cam to left guard, I suppose? Because I just want the most potential deving up that we can get. And obviously, Roulier at this point is kind of past his point. Young already needs a contract. I mean, if Sweat wanted what he wanted, I think we might as well just pick up the 5th-year option at this rate. We actually might go broke. I don't know if we can afford this team. But regardless, let's get into this draft. I don't think there was anyone that we wanted in the 1st round. I mean, there were some tight ends, but even them, I don't think it's worth taking them. So we'll see what we have at 15. Appears that one of the tight ends that we had on the higher end of the list did go. We have a DT. Can't really do much about it. Our DTs are literally locked for the rest of time here. Don't need a running back, but if we did, I guess that would be the guy. We have another tight end, Manny Steele, but I don't know. I think think we're going to move this pick to around 25. Should get a decent bit back out of it at least. We trade them pick 15 and we get 24 and 56 back. They end up with a DT JoJo. Did that say JoJo? I don't know. Manny Steele goes right there, but really our top pick was this safety all along. There also is this corner that looks about as clear-cut of a steal as you can get. So, safety being one of our bigger needs. Matt Sweet, please. Oh my God, with these freaking drafts. They're always normal. Oh my Lord, there's nothing normal about the drafts in this freaking franchise mode. Bibbs, like I said, pretty much the clearest cut steal you can get. He won't be, because that's how Madden is this year, but we'll see. I feel like you gotta take him. Corner's not even that big of a need for us, but I feel like when it's that obvious of a find, you kind of have to. But I suppose we're about to find out how obvious. We're taking a bit of a loss here, but let's give him Chase Roulier. Screw it. All right, George Bibbs it is, and I mean, he is very good as far as developing a player goes. He's very solid. Really good catching, good speed, decent excel and agility. I mean, he's a good player, but yeah, not what we thought. I just don't believe in any of the picks, so I'm just not going to go crazy. I'm just going to, if someone's there, they're there. If they're not, they're not. Peter Ford, just going to take best available on this one. And, of course, 70 overall hidden. The one guy we don't actually need, the guy that I kind of just took out of a random whim. Of course, he's the one that's good, as you would expect. And now all we have left are later round picks. All right, so we get a 4th round pick and a 5th round pick out of our late or mid-3rd. I think we're just going to start taking random players here that we have on our list. Middle linebacker Martin Henry, a good pick. 70 overall, very fast. Kind of like a Cole Holcomb, but faster and younger. Well, now he's younger. Kind of started out almost the exact same age. Actually, might have. Now we have another position to take, center or left guard. Let's take Trent Carson. Yikes. And now we move on to the 5th round. I think we're going to trade this down. Trade the next 2 down, actually. Screw it, we'll take the guard as well. Finish our class off, and yikes, man. Oh, Lord, that's bad. Because, I mean, even with the pass rusher, even if he's like an X factor, which he won't be, there's nothing we can do with him. You know, it's like, just keep him for a year and then trade him or something. But, like, as far as using him goes, it's just not something we can do. We signed Sweat. We have, I mean, unless he is an X factor and you trade Chase, I mean, I don't really know what else you could do with this guy. And he's probably going to be star anyways, which makes him, like, good, but not someone you change the entire landscape of the team for. But I'm curious, so we'll take a look. Peter Ford, 6'5", 252, 21 years old. I mean, you can't really ask for much more than that, in fairness. And the development is, of course, only star. So, once again, good pick, but it's not game-changing. Now, this guy was normal development, but he is extremely fast. 89 speed, 89 excel for a tight end. I don't think you'd be mad with it. I just, once again, normal development, as pretty much everyone is. Let's take a look at Manny Steele, 70 overall. Yikes. I mean, what can you do with that? I don't know. Dustin Freeman, 76 overall, normal center. I mean, they got to at least bump these devs for the linemen because you literally can't upgrade them. So it's like, what do you do with a guy like that? It just happens. Maurice Banks, DT. I mean, I'm curious. Looks really good, actually. Even with only star, he's a huge steal. Should be like a top 15 pick. And he is star. There's nothing else we could do. I mean, there might have been someone we forgot about. I don't really. It is what it is. All right, so we traded Landon Collins to the Patriots for a 3rd. I was going to keep him on the team, but then I was thinking about Chase Young's contract and the fact that Landon Collins really isn't all that great. So we traded him away. He's a great hitter, and, maybe the Patriots did actually use him nicely. But as far as for what we need, I'd rather just take the youngster with already better zone coverage. Of course, it does, in the end, drop our overall, so fair enough, but I think it was the best move for both parties. All right, Season 4, this is what the roster looks like. I mean, we got to be getting close. This team looks good enough. You got a really good running back now in Ronald Jones, 87 overall, looks really solid. Number 1 wide receiver, top 5 in the league at this point, probably. What's the ratings? Top 8 in the league. Rondale Moore has got to be a top 20. Tight end could be, could use an upgrade there. O-line, right guard is one of the best in the league. I will say the line is a low overall, but there's a lot of potential. I got to imagine there's lines that are worse. Middle linebacker, one of the better in the league. Porter's getting there. Looking at the D-line, the best in the league by far. Number 1 corner's looking good. I will say the defense is lacking a little bit. What's the ratings, actually? Really? Only 1 difference? I don't know. It seems a little strange. Well, here you go. Like we were saying, Daquan Porter gets a dev up and he gets 10K XP. Well, our contract situation is actually really rough because Kendall Fuller is on the list of re-signings. Chase Young, of course, I forgot we did delay that. Go 2-year deal for Kendall Fuller. We got a lot more money than I thought as well. We're fine. We're fine. We gave Curl a pretty long-standing contract as well. Week 17 again, you know the drill. And we actually made it. It's got to be the last spot, right? No, the 6th spot. How did someone do worse than us? I mean, so at least it feels like we earned it a little bit more because obviously we would have had it even without the like pansy rules that we're in now where basically everyone in the damn league can go to the playoffs. But, okay, I mean, we get the 6th seed. I was literally about to say, here's the deal. We missed again, and we probably should have missed again. We've been struggling. We went 1-5 to start. Then we won 4, lost 1, won 1, lost 1, and then we won 3 straight, thankfully. Did we play well, though? That's the question. And, okay, Fields' yards are way up there. Touchdowns look decent. Picks are too high, though. Ronald Jones, good yards per carry. Is probably the best, I think, for this whole rebuild so far. And he also did have 10 touchdowns. Just didn't get enough carries to make him, you know, a true elite running back. Rondale Moore, though, speaking of elite, 15 touchdowns, 1,400 yards. That's easily superstar. Everett, maybe superstar. And then McLaurin, he's already superstar. He's not going to get to X Factor with those numbers. Blocking has been actually, well, it's been actually pretty damn good for us over the course of these last few years. But this is, I mean, that's terrible. Terrible stuff, specifically on that left side. Chase Young and Sweat, that's what we want to see, combining for over 20 sacks. Jonathan Allen, not bad. Deron Payne, disgusting. But, of course, they're not both pass-rushing styles, so it's really all about stopping the run. And, I mean, I would assume since we're in the playoffs, we had to do an okay job of that, because if you can't stop the run, you are not doing much. MVP Justin Fields, actually at number 4. Didn't really think he had that good of a season, but, I mean, he's on the list. He's being recognized, I suppose. Defensive Player of the Year, not on site. Defensive Rookie of the Year, maybe? Who the hell do we have? Oh, yeah, Matt Sweet. We put him at strong safety, but I don't know how good he actually played. Rondale Moore, the best wide receiver in all of the ball of the team. At least we made it. At least we made it. It's the Giants. They are 12-4. I don't know how. We're at 90. They're in 86. Glad to see that overalls don't matter. It's just about team name. Washington is, you know, not a pretty name for the NFL right now, and the roster isn't great to start, so yeah, a lot going against them as far as sim. Then again, I'm giving EA more credit than they probably deserve. They probably don't give a damn. It's just random bad sim. And I also started off with a kick, so there's that. I mean, anytime we kick in a rebuild game, we usually lose. Usually. And once again, voice crack. Oh! Huge hit. I would promise I won't record when I'm half tired again, but that's literally half my game. 7-0. 3-7. I mean, at least make it look good, right? There you go. 10-7. 13-7. Safety. Really? What is that? 5 points in the span of 2 minutes. What are we doing? Of course, to get the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, it's 20-all. This is not looking good. Oh, Lord. We're screwing it up. That's a GG. Oh, though. Defense held them. Oh, what's this? What's the situation here? Like, I believe in the offense to do it. I just don't believe in the offense to actually call a timeout because that's the way Madden goes. No, we got to throw this away. That's a sell. I want to run a screen, but I feel like you just got to take your shots deep, right? Let's get... Can I get Everett out? Out wide, slant. Terry McLaurin is obviously our look, but I don't know if we're going to get him. We will get him. And Terry McLaurin drops that. We switched to possession, but I think it was a little too late, and even then, he drops that. Really? And there goes Ronald Jones. Go down to the 11. What a play. They ran up on Ronald, but I think he caught him off guard with his speed, which, I mean, I wouldn't say it's easy to get caught off guard by his speed, but if you aren't paying attention, you will get burned by it. Everett is probably one of the last players you would expect to get the ball here. Maybe even the last. Which is why you throw to him, and that's why you score the touchdown. Of course, I think mathematically they tell you to go for it in this situation. But I don't want to be a reason we lose, so I'm just going to let the AI decide, and they get the extra point. So we go to overtime, and are you effing kidding me with Sim? How do we burn down the field for 50 yards in 2 plays, drive all the way to the 5, and then we don't score? Did we miss a kick? Way to go, Joey Sly. What was it, like a 10-yard kick? It couldn't have been that. It was like literally right in front of goal. I got to see what this was. I don't know what happened. I actually am so confused. Did somebody fumble? 4th and 4, and it was a fumble. What do you mean? I don't know, but we're going to take a look at the stats. I mean, there was a great NFC East matchup. Of course, we lose, though, to the team that's well worse than us. Looking at the sack totals, Jonathan Allen with 2, Dexter Lawrence with 1. Pick totals, nobody. Still, Sly should have hit his field goal that he had. I don't know when it was or, what happened on it, but he had a field goal attempt. He missed it. Without that miss, we win the game, simply put. Unbelievable stuff. Washington in 4 years of this rebuild. 1 playoff trip and 1 loss. Steelers versus the Seahawks. We should have at least had 2 or 3 trips by now, but we didn't. The Seattle Seahawks win the Super Bowl over the Steelers. Looking at any potential dev-ups, of course, as you would expect, Mr. Rondale Moore. I will say, though, I did not expect to get a... This does not seem right at all. I'd say grab and go. Not that it matters at all. Grab and go, and then... I would say deep in or deep out. We'll give him deep in. Doesn't really matter. Didn't expect Mr. Justin Fields to get a dev up there. It was a decent season, but I thought maybe he would have just missed out. Defensively, Porter got to star development on the regular season with a breakout, and then he gets the superstar with a seasoned dev up. As far as what we need to go for, I think corners on the mind, safety. Literally, we've been drafting like every year, so I don't really know what else to tell you there. O-line, I think, is fine, though. I think O-line's fine. Maybe look at a tight end. It's not bad. It's definitely not bad. Patrick Ricard. I mean, this is the last season I'm doing anyways because there's not much more we can do to make the team better. Fields is going to need a contract soon. And, I mean, we're in this situation before Fields needs a contract where we don't really have that much money. So this is my last year with the team, and then they're going to basically enter rebuild mode again. Part 2, possibly. Cox. I was about to say Cox looking good, which, hey, that's a soundbite for you. Gilmore looks good. Tyron Smith. There's some really good names. Now, remember when I mentioned Julio Jones? Yeah, there he is. Darren Waller. There's some really good names in here, but as far as what we need, I don't know about that. I honestly think you just have to save money here. You can't really do anything about it. Oh, Lord. Justin Fields, that's an automatic tag. Well, 5th-year option because he is going to ask for a ton of money no matter what. But even with that 5th-year option, that's still going to hurt the team quite a bit. Rondale Moore, that's probably another really expensive one. But I suppose if you're going to pay him, do it now. I think we'll be able to save like maybe $4 million per year over time anyways. So I'd say go for it. All right, so entering the draft, we have pick 19, and we have a linebacker that's like a mid-first-round pick. I'm not willing to go crazy high, but if he's there around 12, I think we'll go for him. He does look very solid, and that's one of the... I wouldn't say that's one of the positions we've been struggling to get, but we would have a very set... Okay, he's already gone. Never mind. But I say we would have a very set linebacking position if that was the case. Was that a lineman? I mean, we don't really need a lineman necessarily, but mid-first, I mean, looks pretty good. What about this guy? Brandon Graham. That's the name of that pass rusher. Still there. We're going to trade up to the Bills. We're right here anyway, so it's not going to cost us too much. We end up getting pick 4 from 1993, and then Godfrey, 1993. That's like 10 years before you guys were all born. I'm old. Brandon Graham, the linebacker, not the DN. Select. Yo. I hope the other guy's trash now. Not that it's like his fault or anything, but I have the other guy as I didn't even have this guy on the list for whatever reason. I just thought we were going to get the other guy, and this guy looks insane. Now, get it, he's probably going to be star, but I mean, if he was normal, that would be a good pick. All right, let's move to the start of the second round as we, I think, see a tight end there. Everett's not, like, locked in for life. We don't need Gill anymore, so see you later, Gill. And Fredrickson, I think he's good enough to trade up for. Let's go to the Jacksonville Jaguars. I mean, it seems like things go well for both teams when these two teams trade, so we'll just do the nice little friendly trade thing again with them. We trade 51-83 in our backup speedster linebacker for 33 from the Jaguars. Gotta love this super fantasy rebuild. Oh, Lord. Brandon Fredrickson, welcome to the team. Oh, Lord. I mean, he's very good. 83 catching's nice. 76 catch of traffic is not bad. Route running's actually really solid for, what, a 22-year-old? Oh, he's 6'2". Okay, I mean, he's very fast, kind of like a Vernon Davis type-ish, kind of. He's a good pick. I mean, maybe not for us, but in general, as far as a pick is rated, it's a good pick, I suppose. Felix Branch, early third. We've been kind of needing safety. Let's go to like 10 in a second. If he's there, we'll trade up again. Gil Edwards to the Bucks. I kind of want to see, or the Broncos. I kind of want to see how good he was. Nate Christmas. I remember back in the day when draft classes weren't randomized, and there was actually, well, they were kind of randomized, but they were predetermined players, and they would randomize the classes. There was a guy named Christmas. He was a DT, and he was insane. He was literally like a Donald clone. Literally. There's a chance that the player we want would actually still be there, even if we didn't trade up, but whatever. We're close enough. Let's trade. We lost a lot of picks, but at the same time, we've been kind of busting with picks lately. Darby back to the Eagles? Question mark? You can have him. Don't really need Darby, and I think that was his final year for us anyways. Felix Branch. Watch, of all the safeties that we've drafted, this is finally the one that's hidden. Or we just keep busting out on safeties. Never mind. I'm not drafting safeties anymore. Remember when I was like, oh, well, safeties are guaranteed. No, they are not, apparently. George Mitchell. For some reason, my brain wanted to say George Michael. Rest in peace. His birthday's coming up. Actually, it's not his birth. Is it his birthday? I know his death day? What do you call that? It's like it's not your birthday, but it's like your death birthday. Which is really harsh, but, you know, here I am, spewing my nonsense as usual. Let's trade up. They're taking linemen. We're taking linemen. 3 fourth-round picks. Is that finally enough? Wow, Jesus, it's a lot. But here we go. Even after that trade up, we get a 5th-round pick as well. Nice. All right, so George Mitchell it is, and I almost said Michael again. And it was worth it. Thank you, Jesus. Finally a move that makes sense. George Mitchell, good-looking player. His ratings aren't bad either. That was an appearance joke. Hidden development, I'll take it. Let's move to the 5th. Anything that's there, we'll take. If anything is gone, I suppose we starve for the winter. All we have left is this linebacker. Whatever, I'll take him. 65 overall normal. I mean, we've been busting out on linebackers and safeties all day. It would have been nice to have, you know, this would have been the redemption draft. You know, we got a lineman. We were busting out on linemen a little bit. You know, we were busting on linebackers. We finally got a linebacker. But no, the safety was trash, of course. We trade down to the Bears, and we're going to probably take a kicker in the 7th. It's kind of crazy, though, how we haven't had to replace Tress Way yet, which is really surprising. Klein, the best kicker, we'll take him. You can't decline because we drafted him. I don't know. That's a bit of something. All right, Brandon Graham, here he is. I obviously want to compare him to the other guy, but 78 overall hitting, you really can't beat that. And he's a superstar. You really cannot beat that. George Mitchell, the left guard. Once again, wish that damn safety would have been hidden, but I'm going to just be happy with our superstar, our full superstar linebacking squad now, actually. The Broncos, they took a linebacker. It wasn't the one, but let's take a look. Gil Edwards. Nerds. What is the middle linebacker we wanted? Was it this guy? It was Amari Gray. Normal. Loser. Or was it Fowler? Oh, crap. It might have been Fowler. Uh-oh. Oh, maybe I was wrong. Nah, I couldn't. It had to be Amari. Or maybe it was Fowler and I thought it was Amari. Either way, we got the better of the 3, so I really don't care. Literally do not care. We trade pick 1983 and Brewer for pick 2 projected from the Broncos to hopefully use to get a new player. This isn't even who I thought we were going to get. I tried to get Buda Baker, but instead we trade pick 2 overall, 51, and Cam Robinson to the Chargers for Derwin James. I know he's injury prone, but damn it, that ain't a good trade for us. It's exactly what we need. We trade Branch and Hassan Reddick off for a 3rd round from the Ravens, which pretty much concludes our trades. Let's get some backups in, and we'll be ready to play the final season. 91 overall team. Ronald Jones somehow Still a normal development as an 88 overall. Imagine if you would have got star or superstar early on. Don't know how I feel about 34, by the way, but whatever. Tight end could have used an upgrade. We tried to with Reddick's in. It didn't happen. We did downgrade at left guard quite a bit, but it is a youngster with star. Shouldn't take him too long to get to like near what Cam Robinson was at. Receivers look great. Fields looks great. Defensively, best linebacking group in the league and best potential linebacking group in the league. They're going to get even better. Derwin, it makes the safety group about top 5, top 10. And then corners lacking a little bit, but Rochelle, he's not super old. He's 24 with star. And then once again, still the best D-line in football. All right, this is what we were worried about. Chase Young, a 5-year 107, and he has played deserving of it. Going to go with that 5-year deal. I'm not going to give him any more. Rondale Moore, speaking of Moore, a 6-year 101, a lot less than Terry McLaurin, but still it's fine. 5-year 6, I will give you a 7-year, my guy. He has been really good. 30 years old is when he'll need a contract next. And boy, look at this team. It's time to hop ship. 42 mil for Haynes. Zion Johnson, I think you give him a 2-year. And then you might have to draft a new corner, honestly. Look at the names, though. We are near broke. Can we afford Rochelle? I don't think we can. Just barely, do we, though? He's pretty good. We'll see. All right, 2 mil left to work with in possessions. Okay, this is... Yep. It's a good team, don't get me wrong, but it's also a very expensive team, as you can all see. It's a bit of a rough one. But regardless, hopefully it'll all be worth it as we head to the playoffs, and we see that we're not in it as a 5-11, 93 overall roster. I changed nothing schematically from last season. This is what the competition looks like. We see a couple of 88s, 89s. The average in the league seems to be about an 87. Yet apparently our best in league, 93 overall, goes a 5-11. Nice. 5-11. That's what we deserve. I'll show the stats. That's all I'm going to do. And, even this makes you want to laugh and cry at the same time. This is the biggest question mark of a rebuild we've ever had. We did everything perfectly. There's nothing much more we could do. We stretched dollar as much as we could around here. GGEA. GG. You guys win. We'll show you guys who wins the Super Bowl, and that's pretty much it from this. Maybe this gets a part 2 in the future. I don't know. We have so much going on with Washington the way it is. Do I want to see more Washington on top of Washington? I don't know. But the Bears win the Super Bowl over the Steelers, which is maybe in 5 years' time, but it is what it is. That was the realistic / fantasy rebuild of the Washington football team. We're pretty much done with them outside of our franchise for probably the majority of the year. Probably till next Madden. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new, follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, PKR Plays, twitch.tv/JeromePkr. Should be a stream tonight around like 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. Regardless, as always, thanks for watching. If you have any suggestions for a rebuild idea in the future, or a team you want to see, or something like a Blast from the Past player you want to see, a new series idea, I don't know, let me know in the comment section below. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you come back for next video. But until next video,